What's up, everybody? Thought I'd take a little break from my run here. Got my nice little fanny pack on, wearing my Vibram shoes. And I thought I'd elaborate more on the post I did today about how we should really never stop educating ourselves, because there's so much stuff that you don't know and you're not aware that you don't know. And this idea came to me because my girlfriend's friend is a dermatologist, and she was going on about skin damage, UV rays. You know, a lot of her clients that she's seeing have a lot of skin issues, and it's a fact that you have to have skin care on, especially UV protection, every time you go outside. And you know, the only way I figured out about this is from her, because she is an expert. She is somebody who's an authority figure in the field. So, you know, I would never have realized this if I didn't know her. So this got me thinking about how many things in our lives do we not know about in terms of this at this level? I only know this because she's a dermatologist. What if I knew a dentist and the dentist was telling me that all of my oral hygiene habits are garbage? What if they're telling me that the Crest white strips are terrible for your enamel, that I should only be using mineral, if that exists, mineral toothpaste? Because the fact is that, I think on the post of the picture I put in there, 90% of aging is due to skin damage. It's due to skin damage from UV rays. And not only that, the type of sunscreen that you're wearing has to be correct. If you're using regular skincare, it lists 3 to 5 ingredients on it. You'll see them, it's in most skincares. See, that stuff absorbs UV rays. So it absorbs it into the substance, but it's not deflecting them. So you want to be using mineral sunscreen. Mineral sunscreen with zinc oxide or zinc dioxide. That should be the only ingredient in it. And this is just another case for finding authority figures that you trust. And you have to constantly be educating yourself, guys. Constantly be reading, constantly be taking in different information from different sources. Even if you're not, let's say you're not interested in American history, just read something about American history from Jared Diamond or David McCullen, who wrote that fantastic book 1776. It's okay to not know about something, but if you don't know about something, educate yourself on it. And I think this opened my eyes too to certain things like political sides, people who they have an opinion on something that they don't know anything about. People have an opinion on the presidency, yet they've never spent a second in a White House briefing meeting through all the presidents. I'm not just talking about Trump, all the presidents. People have a negative opinion on climate change, and they don't know anybody who even works in the field of climate. Here's an example too. I work in the oil industry. I work in the trade floor for an energy company, and there's a lot that goes into clean energy, even within the oil field. And then you'll see these random articles about how terrible oil companies are, and every single year stuff changes. And I only know about this because I work in the industry. My friends will come up to me and they'll say that I met this one guy at a wedding, and he said that, basically he's responsible. He's a sustainable energy. I think he works for a solar company. He's basically I'm responsible for cleaning up all the damage you've done. But then I have to explain to him that there's huge diesel regulations. Certain states are strictly regulated by the emissions of their state. Certain areas of the countries, depending on the temperature, they change it. Stuff used to have 15% of a certain preservative that caused damage. Now it only has 1 or 2%. There's a huge marine diesel overhaul that's going to happen in 2020 that's going to totally change the scope of the industry because of how much sustainable energy is contributing to it. So there's a lot of things that we don't know about, and it's okay. But it's okay. It's also okay to not have an opinion on something that you don't know about. Just say you don't know. You don't have to get emotional and defend a view that you honestly have never thought about or put any effort into it. So, really what I want to get at in my blog is just encouraging the idea of questioning your paradigms and learning new information and having a positive mindset in life. And I think that, me learning about skincare to a certain point could be a lesson to everybody out there too, that, there's so much about this world that we don't know, and it's okay not to know about it, but it's also okay for you to go out of your way and educate yourself about certain things like this. You know, this even applies to like a basic skin routine. Like I have to stress this, guys, dudes, have a skin routine. Like it's good for you. I use a moisturizer. I use a morning one, and then I use a PM one that has SPF in it. I use eye cream. I use a beard moisturizer most days. And you know, I started off with the that quote by Peter Attia about how there's like something like thousands of medical studies being produced every day. I mean, we're living in an age where we're more educated than we ever are, but because of the exponential increase in information, we can actually be less educated than we've ever been. So you really need to pick your choices wisely, pick your sources wisely, try not to listen to information that's all on one side. This is another problem with the internet, is where we can get bundled into our own group, and then we're stuck in that sort of loop of information. And you need to get outside your box. Books have so much more information than the internet does, than reading a blog post, than, you know, reading one study online that you don't even know how to interpret, than watching a 30-minute YouTube video of some guy who spliced clips in. Books are so... This is the way I think about books. There's somebody out there, most of these big books are written by people with their PhDs. They spent their whole lives studying one subject. You know, you go to school for history, then you get your master's in history, then you get your PhD in like the 17th century European history styles of dress or something, like something that specific. And people like Jared Diamond with Guns, Germs, and Steel about why, you know, basically why white people are rich and why people from Africa are not. And he goes into it. These people have spent their whole lives studying this, and it's out there for you to interpret. But the problem is that it's not easy. It takes time. You have to delve into it. You have to read it. You have to understand it. You know, these books take 20, 30 hours to read. But I just actually downloaded a book from Audible because they have a 2-for-1 special now. I forget what it's called. I think it's called Stick. And it's about how to really remember something you're learning. And I read like a brief synopsis, and basically one of the things I got out of it was that you only remember stuff that comes through struggle. Stuff only sticks with you. You only grow through struggle. So reading a deep book like that, putting in the hours, you're going to remember it more than if you just watch some YouTube video of a summary of a guy reading a summary on it. So put yourself out there. You have to have skin in the game, and it's okay to not know about certain things, but it's not okay in this age to not go out and put in the effort to educate yourself. So we need to constantly be educating ourselves, guys, constantly be growing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know if some facts of like random things that you know that I didn't know about. But like maybe you're somebody, like I'm an expert in health and fitness, I would say, because I was a fitness professional for a while. You know, maybe you're an expert in like marine biology, and there's certain facts about the ocean that you didn't know that nobody else would know about. But let me know. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.